we like started the call, and one of their lawyers immediately was just like, "So it can't be called Pauper Nationals." We're like,
They made that clear.
We're like,
oh god.
shit. So it's what's really funny is like if you look at all those like initial announcements, like it says Pauper Nationals, and then like 2 days later, we're like, "Welcome to PauperGenesis." Like,
That's what I did get confused from that for a second, because I thought, is there a different event? I'm like, okay, no, it is the same thing from the initial one.
No,
okay.
it's very much like an ask forgiveness, not permission
Yeah.
thing, and it bit us in the ass, but fuck it, we ball.
Welcome back to another episode of the Common Ground Podcast, your favorite podcast. We talk about your favorite format, Pauper. I am your co-host, Cameron Schindler. Episode 124, joined as always by Thomas. 4-day weekend gun, living it up. How's it going?
I have caught up on some amount of rest, so that's good.
Noise.
Yeah. No, I had a very, very late Wednesday night shift that went till, like, I didn't clock out until close to 4 a.m. It was like a close to 12-hour shift too. So like making overtime and like golden pay after midnight. So like that's nice.
Sick.
But yeah, no, my manager took pity on me and rewarded me with a few extra days off. So
Love that.
thank you, Jade. Yeah, she'll never listen to this.
Yeah. Is she the one I met?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
She is really cool.
Yeah, but no, we've been working on in music update. Finished all the instruments for the new single.
Beautiful.
That's well on its way.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting. Doing some first vocal tracking on Tuesday, tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah,
We love that.
Also joined by James Hippo Hieronymus. How are you doing?
I'm present and accounted for.
Oh, nice. I'll check you off on my attendance list. No, not a single tardy. Always on time.
Well, goodness, I'd hope so.
And joined by special guest Chris from the New York Pauper League. How are you doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm chilling. I'm doing great. I had a significantly shorter work day.
Oh, nice.
Just like a standard kind of 9:30 to 5:30. Nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take that on there.
Yeah, take the blessings where you can in this hellscape we find ourselves in.
Definitely. And I'm not recording cool music, at least not anymore.
Did you used to?
I was like a full ass. Can I curse on this podcast?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Probably should have discussed that in the pre-show, but whatever. No, I was a full-time professional classical trombonist for like a few years.
Wow.
Ooh, that's exciting.
That is really cool.
James is something of a trumpet player himself.
Well, that's very loose. I picked it up for the first time, 3 weeks ago for the first time in I don't know, nearly a decade.
but you had it. You played it well. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to put some lubricant on it too. Not made for instruments.
Everything was just like seized up.
Oh, God, it was terrible.
Oh,
It
so
didn't
bad.
sound bad after you slathered it up.
Once I got it moving, it was okay.
Croissant wasn't happy
He wasn't.
about the noise. Probably not our neighbors either.
Probably not. They probably also don't like the other instrumental noises I have got going on.
They've never complained, so that's pretty
amazing.
cool.
They seem very chill downstairs, to be fair.
Yeah, they do seem pretty chill. But we thought we'd have you on, talk about the PauperGenesis tournament coming up that y'all in New York hosted.
Well, are going to host.
Or are going, yeah.
Alongside
are hosting
DMV.
Currently active.
Yeah. And the Legacy group as well. I can't remember the name of their group, but it's like a triple...
the DMV Legacy League.
Okay, sick. Yeah. It's a triple group collaboration.
So
Correct,
for those who don't know, would you like to give us the brief down or what's happening?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself for anyone who might not be familiar with you and your work, and then we'll kind of dig into the tournament. And also we would love to hear about the New York City Pauper League, because y'all have an extremely robust scene with a lot of eyes and a lot of excellent players, and you've been doing a lot of coverage, and so we'd love to get into that too. So yeah, the floor is yours.
So hi everyone. My name is Chris, aka NYC, and then it's depending on whatever website you're on, it's either an underscore or a dash, MTG. I decided to take on the mantle of speaking for the entirety of this massive city when I was making all my usernames. But yeah, I started streaming Pauper January of 2025, and that kind of coincided with the kind of explosive growth of the New York City Pauper scene, and then like the development of the league and stuff like that. Now I am playing a lot less Magic. I don't think I've played a single match of Paper Magic this month, but I streamed the first ever like Secrets of Strixhaven draft. At least I'm like claiming that title because we did it on pre-release weekend. I've done Cube for a Cause. I'm gonna do Boston Cube Party in June. Goodness gracious, standard streams. The only thing I don't do is Legacy because 90s-mtg Chris Benucci does all of that. He's got a hold on the Legacy format in this city, and rightfully so. He's done a lot for the Legacy scene here. But yeah, I don't know. I tend to think of myself as pretty boring. I'm not like a terribly I just kind of do a lot.
I can relate to that.
Yes, your username dictates. You do a lot.
I know. I try not to live by that all the time, but yeah, it happens. I feel you on the not playing a bunch of Magic a lot of the time and just focusing on like allowing other people to play Magic in cool ways. I relate to that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be like rather ironic because I did like top 8 the MagicCon Pauper Cup in Atlanta, like on a whim. I had to like late register for it because it was like 15 minutes before it started. I was like, yeah, I've got some time. Like I'll enter this, and then ended up top 8ing. But like, I don't know. For the most part, I do consider myself a washed Magic player. Potentially like one of the quickest pipelines from like starting to play 60 card constructed Magic to considering myself washed, which was like about a year.
Yeah, I feel that straight from RCQ grinding to I just wanna play Pauper and Cube now.
It wasn't even that. I've like never played an RCQ. I started playing Magic in like winter 2023, and I was like only playing Commander, and then the first time I ever played Pauper was August of 2024. And then, yeah, like a year, like a year, what was it, 13 months later, because MagicCon Atlanta was in September. By that time, I had already considered myself washed. As I'm like filling out like my deck list, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, it's Grixis Affinity, like nothing's gonna happen. And then I like make it to semis. But
yeah, good deck's a good deck.
Good deck is.
Well, you have to consider yourself somewhat good if you're currently washed. That kind of implies that you knew what you were doing at some point, at the very least, right?
So I feel like a New York washed player. I like because so if you were to come to like a Pauper night, like a Tuesday night at like Hex and Co is like the name of the LGS. If you like came back, if you like were like, oh, I'm in town, I want to play some Pauper on a Tuesday. If you come down, you will like. You have the potential of being paired against like I think 5 different Pro Tour players, like Mike Flores, fucking, just tons of like absolute fucking sharks. Like I think we had 2. I know we had a player like the most recent Moto Challenge. We've Spike U, if for those familiar with like the whole Moto kind of like challenge meta, just got like 6th. He's probably gonna kick my ass on Tuesday. Shout out to Daniel. But yeah, like the water is filled with sharks. It's mostly sharks.
It's kind of funny. I've heard some of those names from listening to Mike Flores and Rich Busey's podcast too. So like I've heard the name Daniel and stuff before too from there. So it's kind of funny.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and so it's like everyone who comes to a Tuesday or just plays in New York in general, like, because we have 3 different stores participating in the league, you're either a shark or you can swim with the sharks, which makes you a shark. It's impossible to like play Pauper in New York and not be legitimately, and this is a bold claim and I am making it, be like a top Pauper player.
I believe it.
I do not doubt that.
The amount of skill. I mean, I watched a bunch of the most recent, like the end of season invitational, or if I'm getting the name of the tournament wrong, please correct me. But one of the most recent events where you were doing coverage, and one of the local players won with this really innovative Jeskai Gates deck. And
that was our season 4 invitational. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, great. So like the skill level that I was watching was great. Like you guys highlighted that a lot in the commentary, and yeah, it was great. It was really, really cool to see, and it's something that we also we try to emulate with like our tournament series that we run every 6 months, the Common Ground Cup, and we have quite a few heaters here, but I don't think quite at the concentration level, which matches with a bigger city, and there's more,
of course,
the Northeast has generally been a more popular Magic area than say the Southeast, for instance.
It's got a lot more pedigree.
Yeah,
for sure.
More like old school players too.
But it'll be nice when someone from Nashville
we're still working on trying to get
tournament.
Reed Duke to come on a Tuesday, but
oh gosh, that'd be pretty cool.
That would,
because he just lives in like
he did show up, but he was there to like buy like Star Wars Unlimited bulk or some shit.
Nice.
and
then he was like super confused. He was like, "What the fuck do you mean? There's 55 people playing Pauper?"
That's so sick.
That's funny.
It's the best. Pauper's the best.
It's true.
It
The
truly is.
55 for
People's
a weekly
format.
Pauper is crazy.
The most we've gotten was 61. That was like a couple weeks ago, maybe last month.
Wow.
But yeah, so like so Tuesday's our biggest weekly. On like a bad day, we'll get like 42.
So are these ran through from like my understanding? It's a few different LGSs running Pauper nights on a different weekday, and then those points all drama. What's the word?
They
culminate.
There we go. Thank you. Sorry, that part of my brain stopped working. They all relate to the same Pauper League. There we go. That's really cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what's interesting is so currently we have 3 stores participating. So on Tuesday nights, it's Hex and Company at Union Square. Thursday nights, it's Victory Point in Jersey City. And then Saturday afternoons is at 2 p.m. is Brooklyn Strategist in Brooklyn. Sorry, my friend's cat's meowing at me.
You're good.
And each of those stores had their own individual kind of Pauper community. Like they had fairly robust weeklies before the league started. The league just kind of, so season 1 of the league was just Hex & Co. And then each subsequent season, we added another store. So season 2, Brooklyn Strategist came on board. Season 3, Victory Point came on board. Season 4, we had a 4th store, and then they didn't really have an organic kind of Pauper scene. Mm-hmm. So just attendance-wise, it didn't quite work out, but they're working on culminating kind of something robust enough to potentially join the league again next season.
Got high standards.
So yeah, to some degree, yes, because it is extremely competitive, and you don't necessarily want a store where only a small amount of people show up. And
yeah, it would feel a little. It would feel lopsided for
compared to
those
coming on a Tuesday, and you're okay, great. I'm gonna play against a couple Pro Tour players to get my league points for this week.
That makes sense. I can see that.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, obviously no shade or anything like that. It's just kind of the reality of it, and just kind of how we wish to run the league. Yeah, so now we just kind of have this whole citywide league thing that's been happening for a bit over a year now. Season 1 started, it was the second week of January. January 7th was the first kind of league event. And I think we've only had 1 week off. Generally, we just chain each season together.
No, that's a nice way to do it. Keep the Pauper coming for the sickos out there who want to keep playing it.
Yeah, everyone and that's the thing. All the players are immensely invested, even because now we have a few different ways to qualify for the Invitational. So yes, you can be in just like the top 16 of like raw league points, right? But you can also, each store is running a PQ, as we refer to, or just a Pauper qualifier. We're big enough and cool enough that we can use acronyms.
You earned the privilege there.
Like, honestly, like, yeah. So if like you win a PQ, you get an instant invite. If you go 3-0 4 weeks in a row, you get an invite. This season, we're also doing like most improved win rate from last season to this season.
Oh, that's
like a
so
rookie
cool.
of the year thing.
That's really cool.
There's most improved, and then also the best player who had their first event this season as well, like a rookie of the season, also gets invited.
That is super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a cool idea.
There's different kind of avenues for competition and being competitive. For, you know, whatever like your schedule, whatever your engagement with the game is, you know, realistically, you could like drive up for a weekend, spike one of these PQs, and then come back for the Invitational, right? Like, that's like completely possible. And like, that's a sick fucking narrative as well.
That's really cool.
Or, you know, maybe you're busy or, you know, let's say like you're in school, you couldn't make it on Tuesdays because you had class, but like summer break's coming up. Great. You can come, spike 4 weeks in a row, and you're qualified. So instead of just kind of necessarily rewarding attendance, really trying to kind of create these avenues of like accessibility and still rewarding high level play.
That makes sense.
Something that really mattered to us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as an organizer, you want people to show up, and you do want there to be a reward for, hey, show up, and if you do decently well and you show up every week, there's a good chance you make it into this. But at the same time, if you can't do that, there's still an avenue to get you to this tournament, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
It's something that some folks in our area, Blue Hair Mage in our Discord, he's the organizer of the Thursday league that we all play at, or at least the lead contact between the league and the store. And he's been trying to improve ways to track league points and keep things, you know, up to date and transparent with all the players. And I think it's really important to one of the things that he and I had a meeting on Sunday. He hit me up to like poke around in my brain a little bit about event organizing, because I've been kind of the lead on getting the cup going on our end, and just he was asking some questions and wanting to expand out into this idea that like the three of us have talked about a little bit of like a Nashville region, like citywide league, similar to what y'all have, where you have multiple stores and it all kind of lives in the same system together, kind of inspired by what y'all have, and just kind of some passion on Blue Hair Mage's end. And so we were talking about that too, of just it's important to have ways that can, you know, get people a bunch of, ways that aren't just rewarding attendance. So like, what if like a monthly Win-A-Box event has like more points available for people who do well there, so you don't have to show up every week in order to, you know, you can spike an event and get into the end of season invitational and like stuff like that, or the cup offers a bunch of points or something like that, you know. Yeah Good model.
Yeah, it's really cool seeing all these different scenes start to develop kind of their own like flavors of league. Like you guys are doing it down there. I know in North Carolina they're doing something like a kind of like a monthly league. DMV is doing something. I think Chicago is also like murmuring about doing something.
Cascadia Pauper League up in the Northwest, they're going strong.
Yeah.
They got at least one monthly event and like a whole system for an end of year championship. That's their goal up there.
And it's just a good place to start with. We get different regions doing their own leagues and correlating to something big on their own, and then eventually at some point it'd be nice if that turns into something bigger. Would be the dream one day.
So that was I'm glad you said that, because that was what I was about to interrupt you with.
Okay, same wavelength.
Because it was after I had done a consulting call with someone, and I was just talking to Jen, who's one of the other organizers of the Pauper League, Jen the Judge on Blue Sky, Twitter, and everywhere else. They are the fucking best. I love you, Jen.
Familiar Jen.
Yeah.
The head judge for the Pauper turn or for the
Shoebox?
For the shoebox event.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And because so in Italy, obviously, like every American Pauper player looks to Italy. At least like paper. Well, I mean, even like even the moto grinders. Oh, yeah. But like we're all looking to Italy for all these different frameworks and all these like pipe dreams of ours, and the root of all of our jealousy, points to Pasta Land, because it's like, wow, they have PauperGenesis and they have like all these different regional leagues, but also all of those regional leagues do feed into PauperGenesis.
Right.
I believe it's like the depending on the size of your. I'm not sure of the specifics, but I believe it's like depending on the size of your league. If you're the top player or top 4 or top 8 or whatever, you get a bye round 1 at PauperGenesis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know there's something in place like that. Yeah, you're right.
Right, yeah. So now that we're kind of like cruising a little bit, we kind of more or less have the formula for kind of what's happening in the city. Now we're conquesting everything else. Like we have PauperGenesis, and if it does well, which I really can't imagine it not doing well, okay, probably round 4 of PauperGenesis, we're gonna start thinking about next year. And like start like planning and everything.
Yep.
Like inevitably we're gonna be like, man, this shit sucks. Let's change it. Like we're gonna be dissatisfied somewhere. So yeah, I mean, it'd be great to have some sort of like national points sort of thing for like each region that feeds into like PauperGenesis 2. That's like very, very, very far away, I think. And there's like 8 trillion other things that I need to focus on. But like, fuck, that'd be baller.
That's definitely the dream. But first, grounded in reality, do you want to tell us a little bit about PauperGenesis?
Yeah, tell us about how this came about, your role, the organizing. If there's anything you can't share, of course, by all means. But we're curious, and I know we have a good amount of listeners who are planning on going, a good amount of local community members here from Nashville area that are planning on going. I'm going to be there at the very least. I know, Cameron, you're talking about it. I don't know about you yet, James, but
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I've never been to Baltimore, so I'd be game.
I've also never been to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Oh, Baltimore's fucking great, especially like in the summer. Ooh, it's gonna be such a good time.
Oh, I claimed I went to Baltimore. I went to Georgetown and got confused and thought I was in Baltimore.
Yes.
Yeah, so PauperGenesis is one of 3 events happening the weekend of July 11th and 12th. So that entire weekend is essentially under the umbrella of CubeCon DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. I'm going to start just talking about like kind of the weekend as a whole, and then I'll narrow into like specifically PauperGenesis. But these 3 different organizations, so the New York City Pauper League, CubeCon, and the DMV Legacy League, we are all collaborating on essentially like a convention, kind of like like an SCG con, but instead of it being like an RC or, and you're playing fucking standard or modern or whatever the latest draft format is, fucking Star Trek's bullshit. We're going to be playing the 3 most incredible formats of all time of Pauper, Legacy, and Cube. And the entire weekend is actually for different charities. There's actually kind of a competition between the 3 organizations. So CubeCon is raising money for the National Immigration Law Center. DMV Legacy League is raising money for the World Central Kitchen. And us, the New York City Pauper League, we're raising money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Incredible.
I believe whoever wins gets a cool hat.
That's an awesome prize.
Yes, trophy hat.
I really want the hat, so everyone come to PauperGenesis. So this was shortly after, I think, PauperGenesis Summer 2025. I was like pretty fired up about the format. The league was really starting to kind of like settle into its identity a little bit. People were really kind of happy with where it was. I was, getting a lot of like fulfillment and seeing, people, we're just having a good time with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I messaged Jen, and I was like, I think this was in maybe like September or something like that. And I was like, okay, so what if we did PauperGenesis in the US? Like, I want to like seriously talk about doing this. And so we did. And we talked with some of the PauperGenesis people. We were thinking about doing like, some sort of like formal thing. That didn't quite work out. Yeah, we just kind of started planning our own thing. And very quickly we realized impossible to do a large event in New York City.
For a number of reasons.
Number
Money.
of reasons. It's just money. It's just money. So we started looking for other places, and we were like, why not Baltimore? So that's kind of how the idea of like this entire weekend kind of came to be. But yeah, literally from like, hey, I really want to do this to like the event being announced was I think like 5 or 6 months.
That's insane
That's
turnaround.
crazy, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, which shows how addicted to work me, Jen, and also the other admin of the New York City Pauper League, Mike. We should probably go to therapy.
There's no time.
But therapy is kind of a different kind of work, though, if you think about it.
There's Pauper events to run. We can't have therapy.
So true. My goodness. There's so much. I've been streaming I've been working like 6 days a week the past like month. So we're doing PauperGenesis, which is, I think, a phenomenal name. I do love kind of like the contrasting between like PauperGenesis being this very like final thing. I do think it is kind of like the end game for the format is PauperGenesis, and we're starting to do something, and that's, I think PauperGenesis is like this incredibly fitting name.
I like it.
So for those interested in like the whole weekend, what day of the weekend is the whole Pauper tournament going to be ran on? Is it a 2-day event?
So it's only a 1-day event. I have heard some people. So it's just on the Sunday. If you do come for like the entire weekend, which you should.
That's my plan.
There's gonna be like if you've been to like an SCG con where they have like prize ticketing and there's like a prize wall, stuff like that. It's pretty much gonna be the exact same thing. So there's going to be like on-demand Pauper events, on-demand drafts if you want to do that. If you want to do Cube or like play some Legacy, go for it. But there's going to be like tons of Pauper side events on Saturday, ranging from like sillier things, like we're doing Two-Headed Giant, which is so fucking fun.
Sounds so sick, actually.
Gutter Snipe. Does Gutter Snipe say each opponent?
I think so.
Mono Red Madness. Let's go.
Already
Poison Storm, because each player gets.
Oh, Poison Storm might be pretty sick too for that too. Deck's kind of bad though.
But continue.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's like in Two-Headed Giant. If there's an effect that says each opponent,
it hits.
Like
both
if it said
them.
each opponent, it hits both of them. So
Yep.
like your Prologue Rhesus would get 2 poison counters on them. Correct?
I think so.
In
It's been a
Gutter Snipe,
long time since I played.
Yeah, and your Gutter
Pauper
Snipes will
Giant.
do 4.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Wow. Wild.
Yeah, so if you like, you want to get a little goofy with it, there's that. If you want to like spike the event, we're doing, I think it's on Melee as like Ticket Palooza, or you can do one of the jumbo card events. So plenty of like kind of spiky, see what the field's looking like before you like lock in your deck list for Sunday kind of events. But yeah, so because it's our first run at this, it is a 1-day event. There's a lot of investment that comes with doing a 2-day event, and it's a lot to gamble on that. Hopefully in the future, and we really, really, really want to do a 2-day event, it's just such a big gamble to do that.
That
for
makes
your first time.
That makes so much sense for your first time, and it's gonna be so much fun. I'm like 95% to go now. This sounds like a blast. I want to try my heart out playing Pauper Sunday, and then Friday, Saturday, I would love to cube. So it just sounds like an incredible weekend.
You can go to dmvll.com/events. That'll take you straight to the landing page for KubeCon DMV. You can see everything there. There's a room block for the hotel that like it's taking place in. You can see all the main events, all the side events, etc. It's going to sell out. Like it's going to sell out.
What's that cap at?
On Melee, it's currently 196, so there are less than 50 tickets left.
Oh, wow.
We can bump that number up a little bit. It's just like currently the space that we are paying for accommodates 196. When that caps out, keep refreshing the page. It'll probably be bumped up. I can't give like a firm number because we have to coordinate. Like we literally have to coordinate like how many chairs can we steal from, from KubeCon and from DMV Legacy League.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we have like 196. The other issue is this is a 1-day event. If we go past a certain number, then we have to go into 10 rounds of Swiss and then cut the top 8, or shit like that. And it's
a long.
I know most of you are fucking sickos. I like here, and the unfortunate truth is like probably of these 147 people who are currently enrolled, if we're like, hey, sorry guys, we're gonna start an hour early. We're gonna do 10 rounds of Swiss. Probably like 120 of them would be like, let's fucking go. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you don't sign up for an event like this with like the expectation of like, oh no, this day is going to be too long to play Pauper.
I don't know.
Like, I'm excited to play a long day of Pauper.
Hippo gets cranky after 5 rounds.
That's not true.
People have their fucking Amtrak ticket for Sunday night.
Yeah, right. I'm like, no, I'm leaving Monday. Like, I am not. Yeah, exactly. I'm not leaving Sunday.
Yeah.
Is that like a train or something? Amtrak?
Amtrak's the train. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do that here.
Well, you could.
We could.
Do we have trains?
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Amtrak's in every major city. Oh my God. It's just like not the most efficient line most of the time.
It's expensive.
Certified not autistic.
No. You got that wrong, Chris.
My doctor would like to have a word with you.
My flavor of autism.
Oh, I love trains, but
everybody's got their different flavors.
It's true. It's true. Mine is currently Pokemon Champions.
What is Pokemon Champions? There's Pokemon Go. I'm gonna sound like such a boomer. This is so crazy. So there's Pokemon Go, and then there's the cards on the phone, and then everyone's talking about this third thing.
Yeah,
these damn kids and their Pokemon.
It's just the battling. So they took the battling out of the mainline games and gave it its own platform for the major tournaments to run it on, and let the mainline games just be focused on storyline and RPG stuff. And now all of the major like regional worlds, like all that stuff, will starting in a few months will all just be on Champions.
It gave the people sweating about the games talking about like IVs and stuff a place to go.
Yeah.
So, but do you still have to like catch Pokemon, or do you just go, I want a fucking Charizard with like 80 strength IV or whatever? Like you don't have to breed anymore. You just like type it in.
Not exactly. It's not fully like Pokemon Showdown or like a simulator, but there's like a way to recruit Pokemon in game. It's like opening a pack of 10 and picking one, and it costs like points to do it every time. And then you can also transfer them in from other games if you have other games too.
That's crazy that they made shiny hunting into like a gacha game.
Yep. Yep.
With like real currency and not just the currency of time.
Right.
That's funny.
Nintendo's so smart. PauperGenesis 2, sponsored by Nintendo.
Oh God.
There we go.
You might get a letter in the mail. They're pretty crazy.
Oh,
yeah,
crazy. The two most like litigious companies on fucking earth, like between Hasbro and Nintendo.
Yeah. They're insane.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo's like, you drew our Pikachu wrong. Cease and desist. Get out of here.
So sick.
The poor 8-year-old girl and her family getting sued by Nintendo. Never be the same.
Alas.
One more thing I forgot to glaze y'all about, I guess, but y'all do a super good job up there with tracking the Pauper League's data and stuff, and that's just really cool. Yeah. We started to emulate that a tiny bit, and a lot thanks to Blue Hair Mage. He's our data wizard here, but I think y'all were the inspiration for that. It's super cool because it's kind of weird to have. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's that is almost entirely Mike Evans. He's our tech wizard. I've always said like Mike does all of like the cool tech shit. Like he runs Decks in the City and like all of this like stats and data tracking and stuff like that. Jen is like a tournament organizer. Jen's also like kind of where the money comes from. And I'm just kind of like loud and gay on the internet. Right? That. Like it's wild that y'all like invited me on here. And I'm like, this is what Jen did and this is what Mike did. And I recorded it.
You're the loud part. The loud part gets you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, yes, I do recognize there's something to like, collating all of it and communicating it. But back to, so if you want to see the coolest fucking Pauper website of all time, go to dexinthecity.org. Since season 2, we don't have any of the season 1 data, unfortunately, but since season 2, Mike has been tracking pretty much like every stat you possibly could, that like you can possibly gather from just like a player's record and their deck archetype. So like we have ELO, we have head-to-heads, we have a matchup matrix. You can see like who has the most league points, which was kind of the primary function of it. But now, it's cool because say you were coming to like the Pauper Open, that was like a few weeks ago. You could go to Decks in the City and be like, okay, like what am I going to see? You can see what the most played decks are for this season, for all time. It's sick as fuck.
And you can see who's playing those decks too. So if someone's kind of a one-trick pony and they're in y'all's championship, it's, well, I think so-and-so is going to be playing elves because they bring elves to this league every night, even though I don't play at the same store as them, which is super cool. And we, Blue Hair Mage here, Tyler, he'll just go around the clipboard at our Thursdays and record what everybody's playing. So I don't know how Mike does it there between 4 stores.
Initially it was that. It was like, a fucking Google sheet. He like shared permissions with a few people, and it all would just fill out in the Google sheet and kind of populate like that. Now it's much more automated. There still has to be someone who like walks around, but there's like an admin backend on the website, I believe, to where it will this is, again, I'm not like the tech person, at least like this type of tech. I do the camera tech. Essentially, so it's connected to EventLink, or like the companion app, right, that everyone logs into. So it'll generate an event and it'll have everyone's name in there. And then someone can go into like the admin panel on the website, and for each player, type in the deck archetype. And like that's kind of it. That's like all that needs to be done. In terms of like manually matching everything up, or like recording individual game results, stuff like that. Did you 2-0, did you 2-1, etc. Like it scrapes all of that data from EventLink.
That's really cool.
It is. Yeah, it's incredible. It's so sick.
Because right now we're just
not sure how he did it.
Tyler's just entering everything in.
Yeah, just manually in a spreadsheet. I mean, if that's how you get started, then better to start somewhere.
Initially, that's what we were doing.
Yeah, and I made it hard for him last week because I played Black White Blade. Started out 0-2, and I'm just like, this is the worst deck ever. It feels bad at everything. Before the last round, I ripped my bridges in half, so I would never convince myself to play the deck again. I dropped from the event and rejoined of Spy, and then I got paired into Tyler again. And I think he was a little mad at me, so he separated my league results as Cameron 1 and Cameron 2.
Rightfully so. Come on now.
And so now I think my malicious compliance is going to be to drop from the league midway through the event, or drop from the event midway through and rejoin and try to get both accounts in the top 8.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Good luck with that.
So I'll be dropping at 2-0
You can
and
just alternate
rejoining.
between which Cameron you are every week. You probably get good
Yeah,
enough
if you're
going
going to
to
3-0 every week, right?
Oh,
Right?
that's true. That's true too.
Right?
Yeah, I guess
mean, as long as I guess if you don't play
just
Blade,
double Q.
you can just double Q. Yeah. You can ask for special
seating arrangements.
Yeah, special seating arrangements so that you're always at table 4 and 5.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my goodness.
Love you, Tyler, if you're listening.
Incredible. In terms of, you mentioned your skill sets with streaming, and you've been kind of the head person for streaming the New York City Pauper League stuff for a little bit now. Is there going to be anything that we can expect in the coverage range for PauperGenesis?
Yeah, so what's interesting is I'm not going to be doing much of the actual production stuff for PauperGenesis. The way everything's going to be set up is because the Classic, the DMV Legacy League 5K, is happening on Saturday, where they're just going to like leave their coverage booth together and we're going to use all their equipment.
Nice.
So go check out a DMV Legacy League stream if you want to kind of get a clue as to what PauperGenesis coverage might look like. Obviously, when it comes to the exact programming, that is something that I'm going to kind of have control over. And I think I can, it's not 100% confirmed, but I'll announce our tentative, because it has to be like approved by everyone, but really no reason why it wouldn't be. Our slate of commentators. So we're going to have 2 duos of commentary. The first being New York City locals, who have been a blast to listen to in the booth. If you've watched any Pauper Open or Pauper League invitationals before, you've definitely heard them. It's going to be Steven and Phoebe on the mic.
Nice.
And alternating will be me and Bugs Matrix, known as Bugs Matrix on Blue Sky. Very loud and very gay. So you're going to get this really cool dichotomy of like one round of very focused, high quality Magic analysis, and then 2 transgenders yelling into the microphone for an hour.
The perfect,
it's gonna be so
the
sick.
perfect representation of the the New York City Pauper League.
I'd say the Pauper format as a whole.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
That's
That's a good point. Just grassroots Magic in general right now.
I want the gay and loud people commentating my match, preferably. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they're quiet?
I'd be disappointed.
Damn.
How dare you silence a woman?
Yeah. Yeah, hippo.
That wasn't for anyone else other than me.
Tisk.
You're not that
about
quiet
that.
on you're not that quiet on coverage days.
That's fair.
When you're commentating, your levels are perfectly fine. But also, how
it's
dare
because you've
you?
made them that way.
Yeah, that's because you've made them.
That's
that
true.
way. It's
That's
funny.
because I have the audio control. No, that's exciting. That's very cool. Now, I've watched all of y'all do coverage, and y'all have a great time with it. That's great.
No, yeah, it's a very fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Something I've definitely been like personally trying to get better at. Is just kind of being able to analyze board states and talk about them in ways that are perhaps like less intuitive for someone who's not familiar with the format. I think that's commentary and coverage is always a very tricky nut to crack because there's so many different ways you can do it, right? because I don't exclusively stream Pauper, I'm always trying to ask myself, if I don't play this format, or if I don't play Magic at all, what can I be doing to clarify what is happening on screen as much as possible, and also make it an enjoyable experience? Like, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be fun, but I do want it to be engaging.
No, I get that, because you look at Magic and it's not the most exciting thing to watch, versus if you don't know much about a fighting game and you turn on coverage for a fighting game, you can at least see, wow, that character got sent really far.
But also, like, usually the commentators are doing a hype job.
Yeah, and exactly, people tend to be more hyped for that kind of stuff too. Yeah. And versus like Magic, it does seem to be more in the realm of like almost chess.
It's like we gotta pull a Randy Bueller. We gotta have a Lightning Helix kind of force into.
I like that stuff though. I like being on the hype end more. Yeah. I think it could.
That's the thing, and so I used to play a bunch of Melee when I was in high school.
Oh, let's go!
I was a Marth main.
Oh, let's go!
I was top 10 in North Carolina for a single week. I was power ranked,
and
then
getting those chain
PPMD
grabs
fucking obliterated me, and then I dropped off. And then I went,
That's cool, though.
It's time to practice trombone more, so I did that and became a professional musician.
Okay, to be fair, that's the best decision you probably ever made in your life, was to put down Super Smash Brothers and pick up an instrument.
Putting down Smash? No, okay, yeah. I thought you were going to say practicing trombone, because I was like, dog, that one didn't really pan out.
I mean, anything other than play Smash.
Everyone's favorite party game.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you look at like the composition of, and I'm only going to talk about Melee, but I do think this kind of like is reflected in most other fighting games, right? If you were to look at the demographic composition of a fighting game tournament, yes, you're going to see a lot of like just fucking sweaty white dudes. Great. You're also going to see a significant portion of specifically trans women and black people. Magic, tons of trans women, guilty as charged. Magic doesn't have a ton of black people, which I think is, there's a million different, like, I could talk like for 10 episodes on the demographics of Magic. But I do believe that is why Magic commentary is not hype, right? Think about the most hype Magic commentary you've ever heard, and it's Patrick Sullivan and Cedric Phillips in the booth, right? They make it hype. That's some of the most incredible commentary of all time. And there is something to be said for black culture being the crux of like American entertainment, right? That's the origin of what most culture is.
Yeah.
And I do think that's like a key component that is missing from the kind of like the success, the culture of entertainment in Magic commentary, in Magic content in general. I could yap on forever about that, but I that is something that when it comes to Magic streaming and Magic commentary and stuff like that, it is something that does not get brought up enough. It's something that I, behind the scenes, have been trying to rectify and really put effort towards. But like, I don't know, there's just a lot of different barriers that lots of different people face that prevent that from happening. But yeah, I don't know. That's the point. Kind of fizzles out at this point. But I just needed to have that one on the record.
No, I know what you mean.
No,
that is a valid perception, and it should not go unnoticed.
Like when we did Cube for a Cause, the past, it's like a charity Cube event that gets done here in New York by Upkeep New York is the organization that runs it, and Scott Mertz, shout out to Scott. But when me, Scott, and Andy were discussing just coverage and commentary for the first Cube for a Cause that I was involved in, the one like last August, literally we were like, what if we had like a couch at the front of the venue and you could see everyone behind us, just like an old school Smash tournament.
That coverage, because it was unhinged, and Patrick is an insane person, and just like giving him a mic and just letting him like say anything unfiltered is awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible. But it's like when you think about high level tournament Magic, it's weird that like Magic is touted as this very like communal game, right? And like it on the ground floor, it very much is, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the whole like cliche, like, oh, the best part of Magic is the gathering.
Mm-hmm.
And I do find that there is this odd kind of disconnect that once you get to coverage, it seems that like it starts becoming this more it's just like inaccessible. It seems like a little too refined in such a way. It feels a little too ivory tower. And I strongly believe that high quality production does not also have to ignore just kind of like the basis of what this game is, or the basis of what this game means to many people, which is like a community oriented thing.
Yeah, like it's about the fun too, because I think you're right in that a lot of the vestiges of it's a lot of vestiges of like kind of classic sports commentary, or wearing the suits, like the Pro Tour coverage. It's like, this is very serious. This is high stakes Magic.
That's why we're doing our shirtless.
Right.
I actually used this. I used this in a conversation the other day talking about it's like going back in time and watching like old Pro Tour coverage. And it's like you find, I think the one that particularly came to mind was Patrick Chapin. It's like the red tie, the white shirt, like just look crisp and clean.
Is this bald
It's a
Patrick?
mentality. I think so.
Yeah.
It was it's a mentality thing, and it's just times have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think getting away from that and trying to evolve, like you're saying, like putting the couch in front of the games, just like goofing off a little. Like, Cameron, you're really good about that in the energy in the booth when we do our events. Like,
And maybe a little too much.
it gets you get to engage with the cat. Like, engaging with chat more is also more of a thing that I think we're doing on this kind of grassroots level across the board.
A lot easier to do on that when there's not 2,000
not thousands of people.
Yeah,
in chat. Yes,
yeah.
that is true. That's a good point. And I think that it allows us to grow our audiences and engage with our audiences more.
That is
in
something
way.
that
Be more
Cedric
casual.
started with the SEG, and why they kind of got like some popularity too, was he's just like, okay, we have some dead air to kill. What if we just started taking tweets?
Yeah.
And like that was super popular. But
I remember
Just
that,
continuing to innovate on the model.
we
So
need our
yeah.
wombo combo moment.
Yeah. And but again, like, I think the fact that like the tweets thing compared to we're going to do a deck tech, or we're going to look at tournament metadata for the 8th time, right? Right, it's like, okay, I understand that 60% of the people at this fucking standard PT are playing the exact same fucking 75. Like, yeah, I fucking get it. I've been watching all day. It's been Is It Lessons mirrors all day. Like, I understand.
But imagine a tournament with only one Card Clan Shaman.
Oh my god, that was wild. Or there were two.
There's
Oh, there were two. My bad.
there's like the Lionel Hutz, like, imagine a world without lawyers, and it's like everyone, there's like the rainbows and everyone like going around in a circle. Yeah, imagine a world without Card Clan Shamans.
It's just elves players.
It's just the
and
Common
spy
Ground Cup.
players.
it's just the common ground.
It's just-
Wait, never
it's
mind,
just
never
the
mind,
third
never mind.
Oh man, no, I like that. Just continuing to innovate in the space and remember to focus on the community and the fun and that, yeah. No, I agree.
And you can have refinement and still be mindful of the fact that other people play this game.
Yes.
It's not two mutually exclusive things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that'll change in like a year when I'm fucking pulling up to PauperGenesis 2 in a fucking Fisker or something. No, I'm joking.
That's a ball.
I will. I've never had a license. I never will have a license.
Classic New Yorker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've only lived here like 5 years.
Oh, okay.
That counts.
Yeah.
That counts.
That's funny though.
I mean, what's crazy is that I never had a license and I grew up in North Carolina.
Okay. Yeah. That's a little harder. That's more highway country.
Yeah.
No, 100% it is. I grew up in Charlotte. It's like the most like suburban sprawl of like any city in like the entire fucking U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was bumming rides constantly.
I couldn't imagine getting around Nashville without.
Oh no, impossible.
I
mean, I take the bus a lot of days I go to work, but I also live pretty close to downtown. That was one of the requirements of like where we live. Like it's got to be walkable distance to a reasonable bus stop for work. So yeah, that's not that bad. But
I am super excited for PauperGenesis, and mainly a little, I guess I was gonna say selfish. I don't know if that's the right word, but just to put so many faces to the names I've met. Like I'm excited to meet you now. You're super cool to talk to. It'll be cool to meet Rich Busey from Princess of Pauper, meet Cali Kais, talk to him a ton. Haven't met him in person yet.
Oh yeah, you didn't go to Atlanta.
No, assuming he's going. I didn't even.
I'm
just assumed he was going. So
he's going. Yeah.
So it's just gonna be so cool to put so many names.
I think Paige is going as well.
Oh,
Great.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I believe Paige is going.
It's gonna be super cool.
Yeah, and there's a contingent coming down from the Cascadia Pauper circuit. I know. I think Luke, you mentioned the North Carolina League earlier. We've been in chats with them. The winner of their league is getting a travel stipend to come down and play our next Common Ground Cup, which is super exciting. And I believe he's also going to be there as well. A whole bunch of folks from our area, like we'll be there. Do you know if there's room? I had this thought, and maybe this is an off-mic question, but if there's room on that Saturday for some sort of like panel or live recording, like, you know, we could get together, like you, Rich, us, do like a big podcast crossover thing, or I imagine you'll be pretty busy, but
I'm gonna be busy with because I'm doing all the Cube production.
Oh, great!
For the weekend.
Ooh, fun.
So Saturday, I'm going to be doing all that, helping Andy look really pretty on camera. And then Sunday, I get to double my workload by continuing to do that and doing commentary every other round. I don't know. Maybe we can all just get like dinner or something.
Hell yeah.
That'd be fun.
I'm in for that for sure.
It'd be very sick. You got any other final thoughts you would love to share?
Yeah, any thoughts on the format? Like, how's any cool Strixhaven stuff popping up around the league that you're aware of?
Strixhaven stuff. There was an Italian tournament recently, and I think 4 of the top 8. There was like a small testing team, and 4 of the top 8 won with the exact same 75. It's Naya Gates. It's like Naya, but it's technically mostly Boros. But you're playing like 4 Sacred Cat, 4 Lunarch Veteran, 4 Pursue the Past, like the Strixhaven. It's white-red for like a discard, draw 2. You also gain 2 life, but has flashback for 2 white-red.
That card's great.
What other flashback cards? Prismatic Strands is in there.
Is this the looting deck as well?
But it's Battle Screech deck.
No Battle Screech.
It's not a Battle Screech deck. No.
I saw a Boros Gates deck that was running Battle Screech in this package too.
It's probably just like a bully.
Well, the thing is, you play Malevolent Rumble, and you just go, okay, Malevolent Rumble, mill 4 cards that I can play from the graveyard. Take one of them, play it normally. So it's just like, oh, sick dog. Like, this is just Ancestral Recall, like, which is super sick. Like I said, I've been taking like a hiatus from Paper Magic, but in May I'm going to be back. If you've been missing the Tuesday streams, they'll be back in May. At a reduced rate, so I don't burn out though, which is like why I had to take a month off.
Gotta pace yourself on those.
Yeah, so I picked up some chaff from like the limited events that I streamed the past weekends. Excited to play that. Oh, and like naturally, because it's a red base deck, you're also playing for a Sneaky Snacker.
Yep, that's I've seen these lists floating around, and there are a million different versions of these now that have been popping up in the 5.0 dumps too.
Yeah, there's like a Tireless Tribe version.
Yeah, that's its own thing too.
Oh, that's a whole other thing. Oh, goodness.
Spirit mascot stuff. That stuff looks sick, but like this whole like Naya Gates thing is going crazy. There's a version that's mostly Celestia.
I know some people on like who are playing like the grindier versions of Gardens are bigger on Bogwater Lumaret and Pest Mascot.
Oh, interesting.
I think Pest Mascot's actually pretty good.
Yep.
When you have a lot of these, because if you think about like the play pattern of like like, I don't know, it's been a while since I've played Gardens, but essentially, like, if you play out a pest mascot and then you bring back a Cauldron Familiar, you immediately have a 4/5 trampler.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's very Writhing Chrysalis-esque on that.
Yeah. Or rather, if you also had, like, a Bogwater Lumerette. My apologies.
Yeah.
So obviously it's like turn
yeah.
one, like Colony Garden, because of course, like turn 2 untapped Swamp, and then you play a Bogwater Lumerette, gain a life. Turn 3, you like play a Pest Mascot, and then like, I don't know, turn 4, you like play a cat, get a cat trigger, get a Bogwater Lumerette trigger. Maybe you like sack the cat and you play a Candy Trail or whatever, and you bring it back, and you're like, I fucking swing for a Trillion. You're like, okay. So it's, I don't know. I think it is a nice bit of like more mid-rangey, kind of that turn 3 to 6 pressure that I think Gardens sometimes falters with. So that could be pretty cool. Elite Interceptor might see play as like a 9th Novice Inspector, Thraben Inspector. Yeah. I'd say especially if like there's a lot of like Jund in your local meta and you are a White Weenie player, not bad. Like playing that Tepper Chrysalis, you can get in for a little bit more.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. You know, we'll see if it sticks around is always like the big thing, right? Because this is a format where any card has to contend with Lightning Bolt, Brainstorm, Counterspell.
Definitely.
Yep.
So yeah, that's my quick kind of Strixhaven overview.
Nice.
From everything I've seen in the format. Like 3, maybe 4 cards.
Yeah. We definitely talked about more cards than that in the spoiler episode, but I think those are the highlights for sure. The Pursue the Past, I think, being the best of the bunch. It seems. Yeah. I just want to see. I want to see more Spirit Mascot decks. That thing is so sick.
Yeah, it found a cool home in those Eidolon.
I found, but hopefully my order gets here in time, or I'll be playing Spirit Mascot at League.
Oh,
yeah, cool. Let's go.
And any other last things you want to shout? Oh, sorry, continue.
Oh, I mean, one thing about Spirit Mascot, right, is it is an on-rate creature, right? It's a 2-mana 2/2 that doesn't have an ETB and immediately dies to Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
That's not a good card. I'm sorry, dog.
No, but it works so well with the Eidolons if it goes out of hand. That's so sick. If like you get an untap,
I will simply hold up. Game 2, I will simply hold up Interaction.
Yeah. No, it is just rates on that.
That's my. You know,
but
what about the 3rd Spirit Mascot?
You can't.
Well, now we're cooking.
Yeah,
but it's like one of those things where it's like you got to deal with the Spirit Mascot and the Tireless Tribe, then
and the Sneaky Snacker.
And that's why I think it works really well on that. It's kind of doing that. Can you deal with everything?
I'm not convinced on the Tireless Tribe version. I think it's fine.
I don't know. It looks pretty gas.
I mean, Tribe was already like a tier 4 combo deck before. Like, it's more or less the same deck, just in different colors.
Yeah. It does play a different.
It has maybe more of a mid-range plan now.
Yeah, which might be a thing. I'm excited to see where it goes. I think it's cool nonetheless.
I want to see it with all the tools and a Gates package, because I think just being able to. Well, yeah, because I think you gotta be able to like pump up, because you bringing your Sacred Cats back triggers this thing. So like you gotta have something to do.
I see what you're saying. You know,
Sacred Cat, like the Lunarch Veteran, Sacred Cat, Spirit Mascot, Sneaky Snacker.
Gotcha.
Even pumping up a Sneaky Snacker with a Basilisk Gate's pretty sick. Yeah.
No, I thought you were talking about the same deck still. I'm like,
not terrible.
No, something like that.
Yeah,
that's where my brain goes.
I get you. Same.
Yeah, but again, I have a brain disease when it comes to Pauper brewing. So who knows if it's any good? Like Crack the Earth, James. We
shall see.
Like the greatest card in the history
that card
of the
is
Pauper
so
format.
bad. Talk about Spirit Mascot being a bad card.
Wait, okay.
That card
here's one for your brainworms. Right. Green White Initiative Flicker.
Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this.
That deck is very funny.
It's so sick.
We have a great local lore story with that one.
That's true, we do.
I've slowly been refining it in the mines.
Nice.
I did a 4-0 drop on Moto a couple weeks ago.
Boo!
I didn't want the juice to spill.
I didn't want the juice to spill.
No one must know.
4-0 drop.
Nah, it's mine.
That's sick. Well, Chris, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your time. Appreciate all of the exciting events that you're bringing to the community, both in New York City and now part of the team with PauperGenesis. So, yeah, I think you mentioned up top a couple of spots folks can find you. Is there anything else you want to shout out, or any other methods of finding you online?
Yeah, so I mean, you can find me on Blue Sky. It's kind of like mostly where I am. It's going to be nyc-mtg.com. On Blue Sky, you can also just go to that website, nyc-mtg.com. It'll redirect you to a Linktree with like everything that's there. If you are in the Northeast and you need someone to produce tournament stream coverage, hit the business email, nyc-mtgbusiness@gmail.com. Or if you're not in the Northeast and you want to learn a little more how to up your production game, up your TOing stuff, I do consulting calls as well. Just drop me a line. Happy to chat. And yeah, very happy to have chatted with y'all.
Yeah.
No, it was very fun. Look forward to meeting you up in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see you all in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Any other business? Any other business we have to close out? I should say thank you to Game Night for sponsoring the pod. You can go to GameNightTN.com. They're down here in Columbia, Tennessee, the premier LGS of Middle Tennessee area, and they'll hook you up. Not just Magic, they got all the other games too: Pokemon, One Piece, Lorcana, Riftbound.
But they can hook you up with the most elite of Magic cards.
Yes.
They just bought a big Lotus.
They did just buy a bunch of power.
So that's pretty sick.
That was insane.
Yeah. They should, especially with Strixhaven coming out. If there's some Strixhaven commons y'all are looking for anyone listening in the local area, I'm sure they have them if you need them for your Pauper deck. So definitely hit them up. Yeah, thank you to Game Night.
Yeah, thank you,
Game Night.
Yeah,
hosting the Common Ground Cup 4 too.
That's true.
July 25th.
July 25th. Again, remember, if you're coming in from out of town, the hotel block closes on June 16th. So make sure you're registered for that before then. Ideally we'll have some store credit bounty information up for y'all soon as well. We got to decide what we want those to be.
Spirit mascot.
Yeah. You know, that actually, I'm pretty game for that one. We can just lock that one in. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, Spirit Mascot is one of the best placement with at least 3 Spirit Mascots in your main deck will get a store credit prize, probably like $50 or something.
4 copies. You got to play the full.
Okay.
You got to play you got to play the full suite.
All right. You got
3 wasn't enough.
You got to prove Chris wrong. This card is playable.
I need somebody to come through.
That's funny.
Awesome sauce. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that my line?
Sure.
If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. If you got any comments, questions, concerns, you can shoot those over to us at commongroundmtgpod@gmail.com, or you could join our really sick Discord, and there's a little mailbag tab there. You can put some questions in there. We like hearing y'all's ideas, running with them for full episodes sometimes. Y'all ask some pretty cool stuff. Lots of cool people in there.
Mm-hmm.
So go join it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
You can rate and review us on all the podcast apps.
Oh, yeah.
That helps a lot.
5 stars.
Put them stars in my
5
hand.
stars, little man.
In my hand.
Put that shit in my hand.
All right.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Beautiful. Thank you again, Chris.
Thank you,
Yes,
Chris.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Cool. Peace
That was
out,
a blast. Can't wait. It's going to be really fun.
Can't wait to listen to this and cringe at my own voice.
Yeah,
and hear us through our microphones and not through one loud room mic.
Yeah.
There's that too. Yeah.
Yes.
But no, it's not terrible. I can hear you all
I didn't
fine.
crack my toes into it this time. I made sure
You
not
cracked
to.
your toes in very close to it a lot, my guy. I don't know what
did
you're
I?
talking about.
I don't think she noticed.
I noticed.